What did we cut out of our diets?
Yeah. I cut meat out of my diet, so I'm a vegetarian now. I cut meat out of my diet.
I was already a vegetarian, so I cut out all animal products, so now I'm vegan.
I cut out beef, seafood, juice, and milk from my diet.
Okay, I cut out seafood and meat from my diet.
Question 2. How does this contribute to a more sustainable diet? Raising animals for consumption has become increasingly unsustainable as their population rises and there are more mouths to feed. As we know, the higher up the food chain you go, the more biomass must be consumed to gain an equivalent amount of energy. The amount of biomass needed to feed a single cow could feed a lot more humans than that cow ever could. This means that eating vegetarian is a lot more sustainable because it can feed more people as well as prevent the negative environmental impacts of factory farming, impacts such as methane production and surface runoff from feedlots. In addition, many food suppliers source their food from farms with cruel and unsustainable practices, keeping animals in unsanitary and inhumane conditions where they often get sick. By removing meat from my diet, I am abstaining from an industry which is unsustainable in the long term.
What impacts does the food we normally eat have on the environment? Due to the raising of livestock, greenhouse gas emissions are secreted into the atmosphere via their excretory systems. Cattle have 4 gastric chambers in which enzymes break down cellulose from plants, which produces methane, which cattle then release. The livestock industry pollutes more than the transportation industry, due not only to that methane produced by the livestock, but the use of machinery, fertilizers, and growth of the food fed to livestock. Furthermore, raising livestock uses a lot of land, both for the food grown to feed the animals and land needed for the animals themselves. This leads to deforestation and land degradation. Water is wasted due to the contamination of water from animal waste and nitrogen runoffs from fertilizers. Because of these factors, what we consume, specifically animal products, have more of a contribution to climate change and a negative impact on the environment in general than any other aspect of everyday life.
Question number 4. What did you learn from altering your diet? I learned that it's not actually that hard to become a vegetarian. While it may have been a different story 15 or 20 years ago, today lots of alternatives to meat are freely available. I also learned that I actually prefer a lot of the vegetarian options that I would not have tried otherwise. For instance, veggie burgers and a lot of the soy meat substitutes. I'm probably going to continue eating these substitutes even after this project ends, because I enjoy them so much and know how much smaller their environmental impact is. They tend to be a fair bit cheaper as well, which is nice when you're a university student and want to save money.
What were the hardest parts of altering our diets?
The most challenging thing I found was just having to fight off the cravings. Going from eating meat, not regularly, but at least once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and then not eating any. I found myself during the day, I was like, oh, I kind of want to just open the freezer and eat those chicken wings that I had before I became vegetarian. But other than that, I don't know, it wasn't that difficult. I wasn't eating properly, so I was feeling really lethargic all the time. If I had actually made proper vegetarian meals, lots of beans and lentils and types of protein like that, I think I would have been fine. But I kind of resorted to peanut butter sandwiches and cheese, so that was probably the biggest challenge. I found it kind of hard to eat vegetarian on campus just because there's only really one vegetarian option, Village Greens, and it closes over stuff like Reading Week and the weekends, so over those times I could only really eat off campus or eat from the salad bar, which isn't very filling.
The challenges I had with the vegan transition were there aren't very many vegan options on campus. There's just the stir fry at Luigi's and the Village Greens with rice and the salad bar.
I found cutting seafood out of my diet difficult because I really love seafood, and
For me, the most challenging part of the diet was cutting milk out because I drink a lot of tea, and I usually pour myself a cup of tea with breakfast and usually have milk in my cereal, so I had to make some changes, and there were a couple of times I almost drank it inadvertently.
Not, no. Just because I feel like in order to have a healthy vegetarian diet, you do need a little bit of time in your day to prepare good meals. And right now, I'm at a time in my life where my schedule is really hectic. But perhaps in 10 years or after I get my degree, when things slow down a little bit, I'll look into it again. But for now, it's just not very feasible with my schedule.
I'm probably going to try and keep my diet as much as possible, but it might be a bit difficult living at home, where I kind of have to eat whatever my parents cook.
I am going to try to keep my vegan diet, but it's very difficult, so I'll try as hard as I can.
I'm definitely going to keep eating less seafood, and I think that I'll do my best to maintain my diet.
I'm going to definitely make an effort to eat more sustainably, but I'm not going to completely eliminate animal products from my diet.
When I learned about my diet, it's not sustainable because the meat industry is like responsible for. I think I read online that 87% of the United States soil erosion. So I can only imagine it's something similar, if not worse. Well, maybe no.